Trying to get strike one out here today. Not wasting any time. Trying to put these Yankees hitters behind the 8 ball and get ahead early.
Scope playing out in shallow right. That's off the corner, 1-1. Hunter Wendelstedt, our home plate umpire this afternoon. How about a scouting report on Hunter? Pitcher friendly last season, more outside strikes, more low strikes on righties. 25th season. Now soon, Cam, we're going to have your idea of the umpire scouting report with the weather coming into play. How many more strikes do they call sub 50 degrees as opposed to above 50 degrees?
I want that graphic, you know. Again, we talked about it. And the heat could do the opposite, too. It can be so hot that they call a lot of pitcher strikes as well. I forgot about that when I made that point yesterday. I totally forgot that. It could go against you, too, in the heat. So today's a perfect day, so we'll see how it works.
So maybe sub 50 falls in the same category as plus 90.
There you go. I'm looking for that 75-degree Southern Cal weather to get a neutral out of the umpire's, scouting report.
A 2-2. And Rizzo has worked it full. A couple of stolen bases in this series for Rizzo. Stanton on deck. The 3-2. Smashed into center field. Another base hit for Anthony Rizzo.
Another quality at-bat for Anthony Rizzo. Laying off of a couple good change-ups and then giving himself a good pitch to hit. Fastball right in the middle. Again, you'll hear me talk about that approach. Right back through the middle. It's a great place to be. Good things continuing to happen for Anthony Rizzo at the plate.
Here's Stanton. He's gone a little cold of late after a hot start the first 2 games. Stuck on 349 career home runs. Homerless over his last 10 games after homering in the first 2 of the season. Ahead here, 2-0.
Now, I talked to G a couple days ago in Baltimore about, what it is to be a Yankee, what it is to come over from a different organization and put that uniform on, the pressures that it may cause at times, and how he's been able to get through it. I think he's handled it as good as anybody to ever put on a Yankee uniform.
Drives that down the right field line. Grossman into the corner, makes the running catch. For the final out of the top of the first, Miguel Cabrera bats 4th in the bottom of the inning. 1 hit away from 3,000.
Land Rover, above and beyond.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option. New Balance. We got now.
Yankees don't score in the top of the first. Time to take a look at the Tigers starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Robbie Grossman leading off. Jonathan Scope hitting second. Jeimer Candelario bats third today with Miguel Cabrera in the cleanup spot. Austin Meadows hits fifth. Eric Haas batting sixth. Storkelson will bat seventh. And then it's Castro and Reyes who round out the Tigers starting lineup. Going up against Jordan Montgomery. Has not gotten run support to begin this season, which was a theme last year as well, but you can see a 3.24 ERA through his first.
Yeah, Jordan back.
And Grossman takes down 1-0.
Early opportunity to see Miggy possibly hitting his first inning. Went down earlier and spoke with A.J. Hinch, had a great conversation just about his whole process coming over to the Tigers. And you know, he told me he reached out to Miggy earlier just to want to touch base with him and, kind of pick his brain on the direction that he planned on going with this group and this organization. There's been some frustrating times for Miggy in the past, but he wanted Miggy to also be a huge part of the regime change, the culture change, and the mindset around the clubhouse. So, he talked about how getting his approval before he actually came into the clubhouse was really special and meant a lot for him. And just the support that Miggy's continued to give, AJ throughout this season and last year, he said it means a whole lot to him.
AJ has talked about how special it's been to be on this ride with Miguel Cabrera, closing in on 3,000 hits. 3-1 here on Grossman. And there's ball four. So barring a double play, Cabrera will hit in the first inning. Taking a look at the Yankee defense brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. Gallo back in left, Hickson center, Judge in right. Marwin Gonzalez gets to start at third with Kiner Falefa at short. LeMahieu and Rizzo on the right side, and Trevino catching Montgomery. There's Jonathan Scope. He was 0 for 4 yesterday. A couple of strikeouts, grounded into a double play. 0 for 7 on the series with a couple of walks. Now, one thing Aaron Boone did have a conversation with Jordan Montgomery about is that if Miguel Cabrera gets his 3,000th hit, there will be stoppage on the field, an acknowledgement for some period of time. Is that breaking ball in for a strike? Not any crazy length of time, but just something that he wanted Montgomery to be aware of in case he wants to do anything differently to keep himself ready during that period of time, should Cabrera get that 3,000th hit today. Chop to the left side. Gonzalez can't make the play initially. Recovers to get the out at first. Grossman. You're almost certainly going to see Cabrera here in the first. He's on deck right now. As Montgomery drops in a breaking ball for a strike on Candelario, 0-1. Miguel Cabrera, his first career hit, a homer. His 1,000th, a homer. His 2,000th, a homer. Will he play to the theme today? The Yankees certainly hope not. Grounded to Gonzalez. 2 down, and here comes Cabrera.
The designated hitter, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
3 hits last night, 4 hits in the series. Cabrera 1 hit away from becoming the 33rd player in baseball history to reach 3,000 hits. And just the 7th player to have 500 home runs and 3,000 hits.
Been a lot of amazing baseball players that play this game. That is a rare club to be in.
Montgomery set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Cabrera in his 20th big league season. A 4-time batting champion, a 2-time MVP. These fans here for one reason this afternoon. The 0-1. Hit in the air to left field and deep. Gallo back, has room, makes the catch for the final out of the first. Second inning coming up. Cabrera retired and at bat number 1. He'll have to wait at least a little longer.
Birthday breakfast in bed.
Best roommate ever. This is so weird. I just dreamt this.
Dreamt what?
You bringing me breakfast in bed?
That is weird. So what happened?
Well, you ended up giving me all your cinnamon delights because you love me. Aww.
Yeah, that definitely was a dream.
Was it though?
Give your morning something to celebrate with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell Breakfast Box.
The Earth's gravity changes in spring, when water moves in a mass-altering dance. Maybe that's why in spring, we're drawn in new directions, pulled out of hibernation and pushed into action. So be bold, make the shift, and gravitate to greatness.
Current eligible lessees get this low-mileage lease on this 2022 Cadillac XT5 for around $469 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Every drive is a joyride. The thrilling Audi sedan family.
It's time for the Miller Lite moment. Miguel Cabrera's first career big league hit. A walk-off home run off Al Levine. A pretty special way to get your first big league hit and a portent of things to come in his decorated career. Miguel Cabrera gave it a ride to left. Maybe off the end of the bat a bit, and retired in the first as Montgomery was able to work around the leadoff walk.
That brings back so many memories for me. My dad used to drive me from Asheville, North Carolina down to Miami just to see a young Miguel Cabrera play. He used to sit in those seats in center field, and I had an opportunity to watch him play when he was young Miggy. Super exciting. Still doing it at the same level though.
So you would go to those games just to see Cabrera?
My dad used to drive us down there to watch those Marlins play. He really just thought they were extremely exciting, fun, young squad to watch. When the league was full of veterans, and it was times I'll never forget.
LeMahieu drives that to right field. Grossman makes the catch. Another hard hit ball from DJ. 1 down. Here's Joey Gallo back in the lineup after 4 strikeouts in the series opener. A day off yesterday. He has really struggled out of the gates. He was working in the cage yesterday. Heard Meredith talk about hitting coach Dylan Lawson, pointing to Gallo being a worker. And yesterday, spending some extra time trying to grind out of this funk.
You know, it's one thing to work, and I love that. I love that he's doing everything that he can to try to get his swing to where he wants it to be. But, you know, one thing you can do is you can get, you know, over enamored in trying to fix things.
He goes the other way here and hit right at Meadows. 2 down. Oh, check that. That was 4th outfielder making the catch.
Yeah, he
that's why they had him out there.
He beat you right there, huh? He thought he forgot the outs. The 4-man outfield right there.
That's right.
I did for a second as well.
Right. You see the catch and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, he's running in thinking it's third out. No, he's just going back to his shortstop position. Willie Castro on the catch.
But again, you know, sometimes, you know, when I was playing, I could get even, I had a hitting coach say that I'll let you know when we come back after this inning.
Yeah, they don't want any stories. Yankees swinging early, and Kiner Falefa is retired. Cam Story waits. Bottom of the 2nd coming up.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. This is the Ford F-150 truck, the only one with an available Pro Power onboard generator, the one with an available work surface in the front and in the back, and the only one that's part of F-Series, the best-selling pickups for 45 years straight and counting. Custom build your new Ford F-150 and get an extra $1,000 bonus cash. View more offers at buyfordnow.com.
At CDW, we get these new ways of working bring new threats.
That's why we started an office commune. Not a security concern around for 50 miles, unless you count the wolves. And all the llama milk you can drink.
You know, at CDW, we can design a security solution using HP Elite devices with real-time threat intelligence to help protect your data from new threats anywhere you work.
Anywhere?
Ring the bell thrice! We're going back to the office!
For technology that moves you forward, trust HP and IT orchestration by CDW.
The Earth's gravity changes in spring, when water moves in a mass-altering dance. Maybe that's why in spring, we're drawn in new directions, pulled out of hibernation and pushed into action. So be bold, make the shift, and gravitate to greatness.
Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2022 Cadillac XT5 for around $469 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Come out to Yankee Stadium tomorrow, April 22nd, when the Yankees host the Cleveland Guardians for a great promotional giveaway. It's Yankees Lightweight Hoodie Night, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees Lightweight Hoodie courtesy of Ford. You don't want to miss this great giveaway, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com/tickets. Jordan Montgomery on the hill, bottom of the 2nd inning. All right, Cam. Well, now you have a full complement of outs to get into story time.
Yeah, you know, just talking about Joey trying to get himself going a little bit. You know, I had times when I struggled, and you know, one thing you can do is you can't overwork. You can get to the point where you're watching so much video. You know, you're diving so deep into your swing that you literally are all over the place and you're thinking too much. So I love that he's working. I love that he's trying his best to get it figured out. But, you know, I think, you know, taking a deep breath goes a long way as well. You know, trying to just realize that, hey, it's a long way to go. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And that if I just trust my abilities, trust my work, that, you know, I'll be and get to where I want to be and where I'm used to being as a player. So,
how would you get to that place, Cam? How would you get yourself right mentally and in a frame of mind to be able to take that deep breath?
Well, at some point, you just have to quiet the outside noise. You know, sometimes you got to get off social media. Sometimes you got to just quiet what everybody's talking about and just kind of get that tunnel vision, so to speak. Just lock into what you're trying to do and what's important. And that's just helping your team win and trying to produce any way you can. You know, make it simple. Willie Mays used to tell me when I would talk to him, try to score a run and save a run. Keep it simple. Do something simple every day to try to help the team, and you'll be surprised how far that can actually go for you, you know, through the course of a season and a game.
2-2 on Meadows. Did he go around? Yeah, he did. Meadows down on strikes, 1 away.
And there it is right there, that breaking ball that Jordan Montgomery's had so much success with this season already. Meadows not able to hold up on that pitch. So that's a pitch you'll see Montgomery go to quite a bit when he gets ahead of hitters, and also to get a strike early in the count.
Here is Eric Haas, catcher who hit over 20 homers last season. Takes ball one. I know you've been really impressed with the off-speed stuff from Montgomery to begin this season.
Extremely. That's one thing I noticed, early in his starts was, not only was he doing a good job of getting ahead, like we saw that stat, 67% first pitch strikes, which is extremely important. But when you do that, it opens up your repertoire a lot more. You can go to those off-speed pitches. You can get swing and misses in it. It keeps guys off balance a lot more than it usually will when you fall behind. He's another guy. When he's healthy, he's been consistent. Just keeping him healthy is a big part of, the Yankees makeup.
Yankee pitching has been excellent to start the season. Yankees allowing 2.83 runs per game. That's 4th best in all of baseball. Starters have the 9th best ERA. The pen has the 3rd best ERA. It's allowed the Yankees to get off to a 7-5 start despite the slow offensive beginning. Line to right center. Hicks had him played perfectly. 2 down. Here's Spencer Torkelson, the #1 pick of the 2020 draft. Part of the foundation of the future for this Detroit Tiger team. Riley Green, another one of those top 5 in all of baseball prospects, but injured at the moment after fouling a pitch off himself, facing Garrett Cole in spring training. Javi Baez signed to a long-term deal to be their shortstop. He's on the IL as well, as Torkelson went around 1-1.
Yeah, slowly starting to put together a really nice foundation of really, really quality baseball players in this Tigers organization. I really like the direction that they're heading in right now.
Lifted to left. Gallo waits. Inning over. 1-2-3 for Montgomery. We go to the 3rd. No score on yes.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not going to fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
Baseball is back, and you know what that means. Superstitions and great offers from DraftKings. New customers can win $200 when they bet $5 on any team to win their game. So don't change those lucky socks. Download the app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to win $200 on any team to win their game, and make it rain with an official sports betting partner of the New York Yankees.
Here's to the heroes, our teachers, nurses, firefighters, and volunteers. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And now, your local Hyundai dealer wants to thank them with a brand new 2022 Hyundai Tucson. And the hero in your life could win it. Visit HyundaiSaluteToHeroesNY.com to enter them and tell us why they deserve special recognition. Because heroes make everyone's journey better.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's picture was submitted by Brian. He is looking forward to his first baseball season with his son, Jordan. Love it. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post your picture to social media to reflect your love for the Yankees, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Being a dad now, all these pictures, man, they stir a little something different now.
It does it to you. It does it to you.
It does.
I tell you what, though, you see that grip with that left hand?
Yeah.
Maybe a lefty.
That's right.
He was gripping Dad pretty tough with that left hand. I'm always looking for future prospects.
Is that right? This is funny because my wife Andrea, she insists our daughter Evie is going to be a lefty. How do you know? She's 7 months.
Something about those lefties, man.
Yeah.
Different and special.
0-2 on Gonzalez. Well, Pineda's worked very nicely to start this game. Throwing strikes, working quickly.
And using all of his pitches, his fastball, his slider, and his changeup.
Gonzalez swings and misses. 1 down.
Pineda sticking with the heater, going up with the heater. Slight tail out of the zone. Marwin not able to catch up. Marwin's first start in a while, trying to get his timing and rhythm back, so I'm sure he'll enjoy getting a few at-bats today.
Here's Trevino. Strike 1. I was asking Aaron Boone about Trevino, his start to the season, and Yankee skipper just raved about what he's brought thus far.
Great conversation with Trevino yesterday, and he just talked about starring in his role, and I really appreciate that. You know, he talked about knowing what he does well, knowing what he brings to the table, and just trying to do that the best of his ability. And I think, you know, when players understand what they do well and star in their role, that's when you really, really help the team. And you've seen he's been quite a spark for the Yankees.
Boone, he said, look, first off, he's special with his hands behind the plate. And he said his offense has provided a spark. Great at bats, has even done it on the bases for us. Loves the investment he puts in building relationships with the pitchers and game planning. He's really excited about the addition. Chops this one to third. Candelario, 2 down. Let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 62 degrees. It feels like 62. It looks like 62. It's just a lovely afternoon in Detroit.
It is a beautiful day when you consider how this series started off. Really, for me and Meredith, or Meredith and myself, this whole road trip started off quite burr for us.
Quite burr. I like it. Big swing from Hicks. 0-1.
It's a good changeup right there from Pineda. Starting to see this pitch become extremely effective throughout the league. Righty on righty, lefty on lefty. It really doesn't matter. It's a pitch that guys are really starting to go to and have a lot of success with that pitch.
Well, Pineda is just pumping in strikes.
And that's what happens when you start with that changeup. You know, you get Aaron Hicks out front. It opens up that fastball for you. And the best thing about the changeup is it presents itself as a heater, and it makes it so tough. Most hitters are always looking for the fastball.
Lowest walk percentage in the American League last season. Pineda 4th in the AL. He also had the 2nd best chase percentage in the American League. Only Josh Fleming was better. Rolled to first. Torkelson will win the race to the bag. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Pineda dealing. No score in Detroit.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not going to fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. This is the Ford F-150 truck. The only one with an available Pro Power onboard generator. The one with an available work surface in the front and in the back. And the only one that's part of F-Series, the best-selling pickups for 45 years straight and counting. Custom build your new Ford F-150 and get an extra $1,000 bonus cash. View more offers at buyfordnow.com.
Today's injury report brought to you by Montefiore, state-of-the-art healthcare in New York City, Westchester, and the Hudson Valley. Ronald Acuna Jr., 2 AAA rehab games, 1 for 6 thus far. It'll be great to see him back with the defending champs. Andrew Heaney, old friend, 16 strikeouts, no earned runs allowed in his first 2 starts, but now on the IL with a left shoulder injury. And Owen Miller, who leads the majors in batting average, placed on the COVID-19 IL as Cleveland has had COVID running through their clubhouse. Here's Willie Castro, 8-9-1 in the Tigers order. Bottom of the 3rd, no score. Ryan Rucco, Cameron Maben, Meredith Marakovitz with you. Our producer, Troy Benjamin, director, Dan Barr. That's looped into shallow left. It'll dunk down for a base hit as Willie Castro is on to begin the 3rd.
Good way to start an inning for the Tigers. Willie Castro staying on that breaking ball just long enough. Off the end of the bat, staying through that ball to loft it out there for a base hit. IKF not able to get to it. Seen a lot of first pitch swings today, you know, something that also happens when it feels good outside. Hitters feel good. They want to let the hands go. And seeing that early.
Here's Victor Reyes. One and one. Nice off-speed delivery there for Montgomery, 1 and 2.
Beautiful day here in Detroit. See Reyes still rocking those warm weather batting gloves, so maybe it's a field thing. Likes those.
Grounded to 3rd. Gonzalez to 2nd for 1. On to 1st, not in time. Reyes reaches on the fielder's choice and back to the top of the order for Detroit. It's all about perspective, right, Cam? Because if it was, say, early September and it's 62, it's going to feel cold. But in April, after the week we've had, it feels really warm.
Feels really good today. But we said it, perspective. Each player is different. Everybody blood flows a little differently. I know mine is a little thinner. I get cold pretty easy. So
I noticed that over the last couple days.
Yeah. Got the window open for you today, my friend.
Hey, first time of the series. Located nicely on the inside corner. 0-1 to Grossman.
Strike 1. That important pitch for Jordan Montgomery.
Grossman, the leadoff man. Cabrera batting cleanup today. Flew out to left his first time up. Grossman walked his first time.
Reyes is a threat to try to steal a bag. He's an extremely good athlete. Guy with a ton of talent, ton of tools, so Montgomery holding him close, keeping him honest at first.
The 1-1. Cued foul. You know, as we see multiple throws over to first, Cam, one thing Jeff Passan for ESPN wrote a great article about yesterday, the early returns in minor league baseball from the pitch clock, as well as limiting the number of throws over, it has made a massive difference in time of game. On average, they're shaving 20 minutes off of games thus far this season for where they're doing that.
Huh? Pitch clock and limiting throws over to first base, huh?
And what they did, and it's a really smart way to do it, and for anyone who followed randomized controlled trials through the pandemic, they could appreciate this, is they have a control set where they are not using the new rules with certain minor league games right now, and then others where they are, so that they can compare it within this season. And on average, it's in the games where they have it in place, it's shaving 20 minutes off the game, an average of 2 hours and 39 minutes. And of course, it's widely anticipated that it will be implemented at the major league level next season. And the interesting part about it is that it has not affected the scoring at all.
That was going to be my next question, because as a base stealer, I'm loving the fact that you know, pickoffs are limited for one. So I'm thinking, as a base stealer, how is that affecting that mindset?
That's up a little bit, yeah.
You know?
Line to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Gallo can't cut it off. Reyes rounding third. Kiner Falefa coming home with the throw. Not in time. Reyes scores. It's an RBI double for Robbie Grossman, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead.
Robbie Grossman having better at-bats for the Tigers this series. Doing a good job. That all-speed pitch got left up in the zone, and he made Jordan Montgomery pay for that. Doing a good job catching that ball out front, staying behind it. A little bit of a bobble from Joey Gallo, not being able to pick it up clean, and Victor Reyes showing off the wheel, scoring from first. Good read from Victor. Off the bat, he realizes his ball is down, and he picks up Joey Gallo, picks up the third base coach, and Ramon Santiago waving him home. RBI double for Robbie Grossman.
Here's Jonathan Scope, who is 0 for 8 in this series.
You know, and in Jordan Montgomery's starts this year, he's done really well, and occasionally one mistake or two is kind of came back to hurt him. So let's see if that's one of those mistakes. The Yankees have to score anyway to win this ball game, so that's one thing we definitely know.
They've had trouble scoring with Montgomery on the mound. He's had the second lowest run support per 9 innings pitched since the start of the 2021 season. Yankees scored just an average of 3.63 runs per 9 innings with Montgomery on the mound. Only John Means has gotten worse support. And that's from an Orioles team that obviously has really struggled. EO2.
The biggest thing you want to see happen when you're not getting that run support and a guy's pitching well is you don't want to see him try to do too much. You know, I've seen situations where guys know they're not getting the run support and they go out there and they start trying to do too much, start trying to be too fine. You know, almost start trying to go out there to throw a no-hitter, so to speak, and then you start making more mistakes and things start going, you know, extremely backwards for you. So Monty doing a good job of sticking to his guns and doing what he does well, throwing strikes and trusting his offense.
Fly into center. 2 away. That'll send up Jamer Candelario, and will send Cabrera to the on-deck circle. Montgomery trying to limit it to 1 run allowed here in the 3rd after the RBI double from Grossman. There's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Hit hard right at 3rd. Gonzalez makes the play, and the inning is over. Cabrera will have to wait for the 4th. Tigers take a 1-0 lead through 3.
Medusa lived with a hideous curse. I mean, the whole turning people to stone thing was a bit of a buzzkill, right? So she ordered sunglasses with Prime, 1-day delivery. Clever girl. People realise she's actually hilarious once you get to know her. Ugh, as if. Well, he was asking for it. Prime changed everything.
We believe there's an innovator in all of us. That's why we build technology that makes it possible for every business and every person to come to the table and do more incredible things.
Wasn't me.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Dear gas prices, Toyota's hybrid lineup says, go take a hike, because we bring efficiency with power and savings with style. Think you can stand in our way? We got this. Toyota Hybrids.
Get 2.49% APR financing for a full 60 months on the fuel-efficient Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, Cam. History time. Only 2 pitchers have allowed 3,000th career hits to Yankees all time. Who are they? Have the answer shortly.
One guy.
Our minds are turning, aren't they, Cam?
The wheels are turning.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean, one of them.
I think one of them is
very.
easy.
We know.
Yankees fans definitely.
Yeah,
know.
for sure. The other one, I know the hitter. I'm trying to remember the pitcher.
Tigers fans might know also.
I think so. I think you played. You played with
one of the pitchers.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the one I was thinking of.
No, not the one that you and I both are very confident about. The other one you played with. I think it was one of your favorite teammates, actually. So there we go. Those are some hints sprinkled about. As Judge takes a strike, 2-2.
The only thing that worries me about that is how many guys have I called my favorite teammates. love each and every one of my ex-teammates.
And that's one of the things we love about you. Your beaming positivity and your casual nature of throwing out superlatives. Grounded to short.
I'm on that Jackie Moon approach.
Yeah?
ELE, everybody love everybody.
I love that.
You know?
There's enough negativity in this world, you know?
Hey, misery loves company, but so does positivity, my friend.
Beautifully said. Rizzo singled his first time up and takes ball one.
Talk about a guy having a positive effect on the lineup, Anthony Rizzo. See if he can stay hot.
One and one.
You can just tell when the guy's feeling good. You see how he's tracking the ball. You just watch him track that ball all the way into the mid. You know, being really picky when you see guys offering that pitch early in the count. He's really looking for his pitch. It's kind of the cool thing being up here. You know, being used to seeing how guys move and how they, you know, little antics, little things that you know when a guy's feeling good, and Anthony's feeling good right now.
What do you think of the view so far? Your first Yankee road trip, Cam?
It's a nice view. It's a nice view. Meredith has been more than amazing. You know, not every day you get to work with GOATs. I get Michael K, yourself. I mean, Meredith Marakovich. It's been fun. I've enjoyed myself quite a bit. I'm liking this seat more than I even expected.
Well, it's been great to have you. Rizzo rolls it to first. Bobbled for a moment. Torkelson will get there. 2 down. It'll send up Stanton. A reminder, Miguel Cabrera will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning, 1 hit shy of 3,000. Pineda has been incredibly efficient, just mowing down the Yankees thus far. Another strike.
And that's a big reason why right there. I mean, he's not wasting any time at all today. Coming out, getting ahead, challenging these Yankees hitters, and that's what you want if you're a defense and a manager.
First pitch strikes to 9 of 13 Yankee hitters thus far for Pineda. In his first start of the season, Tigers with a couple of starters on the IL. Pineda coming through thus far this afternoon. Just missed up 1-2.
He's always been able to do that, change shapes with his slider. You know, he can throw one that's got a little bit more depth, or he can always throw that one, the one that almost plays like a cutter. And it's been pretty impressive throughout his career to watch out the command that he has over that. You see that right there. Spin that one with a little bit more depth.
His gyrations and movements on the mound,
it's hilarious. The little thing he does with his hand, like he's, you know, trying to keep his changeup feel. You can see him right now. And, you know, we're creatures of habit, and Pineda is definitely one of those guys who has the shimmy shakes and the little twitches.
And he gets Stanton swinging. A 1-2-3 fourth. Miguel Cabrera, one of the greatest right-handed hitters in baseball history, on the doorstep of forever. 1 hit from 3,000. He'll lead off the bottom of the 4th.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not going to fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
The leap of faith. Some hesitate, but not you. You don't ask what if. you embrace what's next with open arms. You don't question your decision, you double down. Because you know the thrill is worth it. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Birthday breakfast in bed.
Best roommate ever. This is so weird. I just dreamt this.
Dreamt what?
You bringing me breakfast in bed?
That is weird. So what happened?
Well, you ended up giving me all your cinnamon delights.
Because you love me?
Aw.
Yeah, that definitely was a dream.
Was it though?
Give your morning something to celebrate with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell Breakfast Box.
Miguel Cabrera steps in, 1 hit shy of 3,000. Aaron Boone talked about how yesterday it was a strange feeling hearing the crowd roar as he would walk to the plate and then hush in anticipation of him getting hits. And you could sense that again here. The pitch. Strike one from Montgomery. Cabrera flew out to left field in the first. The 0-1.
I mean, this is giving me butterflies. I mean, my stomach is definitely churning. The fans are up on their feet. Like we said, not every day you have an opportunity to witness history.
Well located fastball from Montgomery, and it's 1-2.
That was a very well located pitch. And then Trevino doing what he does well with the soft hands.
Montgomery ahead, 1-2. He got him. Cabrera 0 for 2 as Montgomery fans him to begin the fourth.
And I like that. Monty going to his breaking ball that he continues to have a lot of success with this season. And you can see it right there. I mean, great arm action, great tonal. You know, that pitch starts out just like his fastball, and then it just disappears. It's a great pitch by Monty, and the fans will have to wait one more at bat.
Hordes of fans now going to make their concession runs, their bathroom breaks. As Montgomery throws ball one to Meadows.
It's almost like the fans need a mental break after each at bat.
Takes a lot out of you. Well, in recent years, we've experienced that with the Yankees when so many legends got towards the end of their careers, whether it was Derek Jeter, or Alex Rodriguez, or Mariano Rivera. Those chasing history moments. And the investment you see from the crowd going on that journey as you creep closer and closer.
You talk about the investment, you know, it's something I always was very appreciative for, is the fans' investment. You know, when you lose, they lose. When you win, they win. You know, they want to feel like they're part of something too, and they really so much are a part of everything we do as athletes and entertainers. So, you know, you appreciate the emotion and the passion that they bring to the ballparks each and every day, and it's something that, you know, this is what it's all about. You know, playing in front of these fans and giving them a great show, and being a part of history is really cool to see and acknowledge.
Montgomery ties up Meadows there, his third strikeout. 2 down here in the fourth. All right, trivia answer. Only 2 pitchers have allowed 3,000 career hits to the Yankees all time. Who are they? We know David Price, and the other, your guy, Justin Verlander.
One of my favorite teammates. Justin Verlander. I love you, JV. Still one of my favorite teammates. He's one of like 50 favorite teammates.
He served up A-Rod's 3,000th hit. And, of course, Price gave up Derek Jeter's. What made Verlander a good teammate?
A lot of things, honestly. You know, his competitive nature, his will to go out and compete. You know, he's a leader by example, so much so. You know, his conversation in the clubhouse, in the locker room. You know, he was a guy who, you know, he didn't talk much on his starts, but in between those days, he was always open. You know, trying to help hitters, pitchers, figure out ways to be better and elevate their game. So. And again, you know, we were so close in our draft as well. You know, he was 04, I was 05. So we became, you know, good friends, you know, throughout the years. I talked to him all offseason, checking on his progression as he healed this season. So just a bond that we've had for a long time. And again, I just always enjoy the way he competed every day. I mean, aren't too many guys more locked in and focused than Justin Verlander on that mound in this game.
You're talking about him on the days he pitches, and I remember one time asking A.J. Hinch about it, and him smiling and saying, yeah, on the days he starts, he's borderline unapproachable.
And that there's nothing false about that. Usually I said, you know, the other 4 days, he is great, but when it's his day to start, I mean, it's just don't even say anything to him until the game starts. And I don't mind it. You know, each person's different. Some guys, they'll talk to you, they'll be outgoing, they'll, you know, joke around and you know, talk to you all day, but JV's not that guy. He is locked in and focused from the moment he wakes up.
Here's the 3-2 from Montgomery. Lost him. Haas works a 2-out walk, and that'll send up Torkelson. One and one. See a little bit of a breeze here in Detroit this afternoon. Feels much different than the wind did 2 nights ago, though. The 1-2. Driven in the air to left center field. Hicks races back, catches up with it. Inning over. Montgomery threw 4, Tigers 1, Yankees nothing.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not gonna fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
Dear gas prices, Toyota's hybrid lineup says, go take a hike. Because we bring efficiency with power and savings with style. Think you can stand in our way? We got this. Toyota Hybrids.
Get 2.49% APR financing for a full 60 months on the fuel-efficient Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Birthday breakfast in bed.
Best roommate ever. This is so weird. I just dreamt this.
Dreamt what?
You bringing me breakfast in bed?
That is weird. So what happened?
Well, you ended up giving me all your cinnamon delights because you love me.
Aww. Yeah, that definitely was a dream.
Was it though?
Give your morning something to celebrate with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell Breakfast Box.
Hey everybody, Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. The Cleveland Guardians are coming to town, but first, wrapping up business against the White Sox, and scoreless in the bottom of the third, Franmil Reyes to deep right center and gone. A 2-run shot, his first of the season. White Sox have gotten one back. The Guardians lead it 2-1, bottom of the fourth. They're coming to the Bronx for 3, guys.
Well, we look forward to that series at the Stadium, Bob. Taking a look around the majors. How about Shohei Ohtani last night? 6 innings, just 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs, 12 strikeouts. Kyle Schwarber getting hot. Last 4 games, 3 dingers. And Jose Ramirez, being the beast that he is, .429 batting average in his first 11 games with 20 RBIs already.
You see it. Looking like a real team-friendly deal to me.
Wow.
I mean, that dude just continues to produce year in and year out. Just quiet, going under the radar, sneaky MVP candidate each season. And Shohei Ohtani, you know what was the most impressive about that night, last night?
What's that?
2 for 4, my friend. You got a guy out there 12 punches and he's got dirt all over the front of his uniform. I mean, stealing bases. I mean, often you see that guy just filthy, and he's up there taking names.
He's special to watch.
I mean, a la Little League, best player in the Little League.
LeMahieu leading off the 5th. Base hit center field. Making an 8-game hitting streak for DJ LeMahieu.
You see DJ giving a little hand clap to the dugout. A guy who you cannot shift, and the field is always open for DJ, and just the outstanding approach as usual. Not trying to do too much. You see him sink down in his legs. Firm front side. Beautiful direction right back to the middle, and another base hit for DJ LeMahieu. Talk about a lot of the young, amazing hitters in the game, Juan Soto and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and this guy's still one of the best in the game to do it.
Here's Gallo. Flew out to left his first time up. Popped up, foul ground. Candelario makes the catch, and the struggles continue for Joey Gallo. Here's Kiner Falefa. It was really, I thought, refreshing, Cam, talking about sort of the mental aspect of this and, you know, maybe Gallo going through it. Hearing Kiner Falefa yesterday talk about how he feels like he's gotten his confidence back, and he was sort of getting outside of himself early on and adjusting to being the shortstop for the New York Yankees is a big deal.
It is, and there's been a few after Derek Jeter, but it continues to be a huge deal. It's something that these guys take a lot of pride in, being when they come here, and new guys coming in, being that shortstop for the Yankees. And I just appreciate his honesty, his honesty the whole time through this whole process, just saying how, it's taking him a second to get his legs back under him, and, to just take a deep breath and know that, hey, if I just be the guy that I've always been, and good things will continue to happen for me. And you're seeing that on this road trip. He's got his confidence back, and he's going to be a guy to be another spark in this lineup. And back to what I said, like you said, you can just see in between pitches how a guy steps out. You can just see how he's feeling and the confidence that he's carrying up to the plate each and every time.
Meredith, it's been sort of refreshing hearing Kiner Falefa talk about being in this new place, getting back to his game, his style of play as the runner goes, and there is Kiner Falefa shooting it into right field. Beautifully executed hit and run. LeMahieu to third, and the Yankees set up with first and third and one out.
And Ryan, it's not just playing shortstop for the New York Yankees, but he was a guy that loved the New York Yankees growing up, loved Derek Jeter growing up, so it means even more to him. And I spoke to him as things were starting to turn right before they left New York and were heading to Baltimore, and he said one thing that he realized is he wasn't being as aggressive at the plate as he would have liked to be early in the season. He felt like he was being too passive, trying to get comfortable. When he kind of flipped the switch, became more aggressive in the batter's box, things started to click for him. You see him getting on base a little bit more. We see him use his legs a little bit, stealing some bases, and that's something we've seen throughout the course of this series. The Yankees with 5 stolen bases so far, while Aaron Boone said it hasn't been just this series that it's been an emphasis. All season long, they want that to be an emphasis.
Gonzalez pops it up. Shallow right. Will LeMahieu try it? Catch made. LeMahieu is going to be held up. Not deep enough to score him, as Gonzalez can't get the job done.
Yeah, just not quite deep enough. You look out there in the outfield, you can see those flags swirling once again, and you can see this ball just carrying in closer and closer to the infield. Robbie Grossman doing a good job of getting behind that, and DJ runs well, but a little too shallow for DJ to try to advance. You don't want to make that third out at home plate right there.
And a trip to the mound here after a big out from Pineda. Trevino will step to the plate. Jacob Barnes getting ready in the Tigers' pen. Chris Fetter will head back to the Tigers' dugout. To Meredith's point about the running, right, Cam? I mean, even that hit from Kiner Falefa with LeMahieu running.
I love it. You can see them trying to change the dynamic, doing their best job to create something instead of waiting around for something to happen. And I just like the point at the dugout by IKF on that base hit. Too, just kind of reiterating to the dugout, hey, those work as well. That's a big part of that little point that he gave to the dugout, is just taking your hit goes a long way.
He started and stopped there off of first. Trevino trying to pick up Gonzalez. First and third, 2 out. Yankees trailing 1-0. Kiner Falefa goes. That ball driven in the air to center field. Reyes back, trying to catch up with it, and does just before the track for the final out of the 5th. Trevino gave it a ride, but Reyes able to flag it down. Yankees strand 2, still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not gonna fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
The leap of faith. Some hesitate, but not you. You don't ask what if. You embrace what's next with open arms. You don't question your decision. You double down. Because you know the thrill is worth it. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
We believe there's an innovator in all of us. That's why we build technology that makes it possible for every business and every person to come to the table and do more incredible things.
Tomorrow night at 7, the Yankees are back in the Bronx to kick off a weekend set with the Cleveland Guardians. And remember that the game can only be seen live on Prime Video at 7 p.m. Yes, we'll have Yankees pre- and post-game coverage before and after the game. To watch the game, though, gotta have Prime Video. Oh, yeah. Cam, what do you think? You into that?
I don't know. It's been 15 years. I don't get to eat from the concessions as much. So,
do you want us to get you something from the concessions during the game and break the streak?
I'm okay right now.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna eat my little Reese cup, and I'm gonna go healthy today. Healthy snacks today. I'm gonna go Ryan Rucco today on my healthy snack.
I'm glad that you consider the Reese's cup part of your healthy snack regime.
You know, a little chocolate and peanut butter, right? Peanut butter's good for something. Chocolate's good for my sugar intake. My sugar levels don't get low.
Montgomery facing Castro, Reyes, Grossman, 8-9-1 in the Tigers order. Ryan Rucco, Cameron Maben, Meredith Marakovitz with you. Troy Benjamin, our producer, Dan Barr, our director, Sean Sullivan on graphics, Luke Miller on tape. We appreciate you hanging out with us on a Thursday afternoon. Nubbed in front of the plate. Trevino able to make the play in time. Had to venture a long way from home in order to get there, but an outstanding play from Jose Trevino.
And not only did he have to venture a long way, he had a pretty big obstacle right around him to have to make this throw. So he comes up and spins, and Jordan Montgomery's right there, 6'5", 6'6", and he's got to try to get out the way. So great play of Trevino staying with it, and Rizzo doing what he does, making a stretch, but outstanding like a cat. Hopped on this ball, and Willie Castro busting it out of the box, making it extremely close.
Now, one thing we've seen this series, Cam, really good defense from the Yankees. And that was part of the talk in the offseason, part of the focus for this team. We didn't necessarily see the returns through the first couple of series, but we have seen them here in Detroit.
I mean, again, Trevino behind the plate. We know what Higgy's going to do defensively. And that's one thing they wanted to do better, catch the ball better, make the plays that they're supposed to make. And you've seen that early throughout the season. And that's big, not giving teams extra opportunities to get runners on base and score. So outstanding job so far by the Yankees early on in this season, catching the baseball. Speaking of catching the baseball, that was a good play last inning by Victor Reyes. He took a little bit of a false step on that ball and broke in for a quick second.
Taps that to third. Gonzalez, 2 down. You know, how much different is it, Cam, that view from center than, say, right? Like we saw it last night. Judge all of a sudden shifting to center versus right. Ray is making a nice play out there in center field last night.
Yeah, and that's what center field allows you to do. It allows you to sometimes take a false step. You know, there's so much room and there's such a visual that you can make up for it. When you're on the corner, you know, that false step could be the determining factor whether you make a play or botch a play. So, you know, you got a little bit more time out there in center. I used to tend to kind of get way more comfortable, put my hands on my knees because I had an angle. I could kind of see where the catcher was setting up. If he set up away, I might shift with him. You know, and now with the pitch comm, you know, these guys definitely have a better idea where they want to set up.
Hicks not able to get in time to grab that one. Second hit of the game for Grossman, who's been on base 3 times.
It's a good job of Robbie standing in the middle of the field, getting jammed. You can see that pitch coming in on his hands, but he pulls his hands in really well, and Hicks just a little bit too deep to make this play. I always say you want to hit balls hard, but exit velocity can be overrated sometimes when you're a hitter. We just want to see grass. We want to just tickle it. Sometimes I say, just tickle it out there. You got to hit everything hard.
What would you say Mickey told you the other day? Good hitters get jammed?
Good hitters get jammed. I mean, he had 3 hits that I think didn't break 70 miles per hour on the exit velocity, you know, scale. And the direction, the path and the approach was good, and he got rewarded for it. So good hitters get jammed, and the approach is usually in the middle of the baseball field as well.
Scope 0 for 9 in the series. Candelario on deck. It would be Cabrera following him. 2 out, runner at first. 72 pitches thus far for Montgomery. Sky high pop-up, left side of the infield. IKF, inning over. Montgomery has looked sharp through 5. Now he needs the bats to awaken. We go to the 6th, 1-0 Tigers.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us. And 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not going to fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
Hancock, you sign first.
No king! Gentlemen, have you taken leave of your senses? Who are you going to bow to? No more genuflecting?
The people shall have the right to vote.
Even the stupid ones?
Yes.
Stupid people vote?
Yes.
Hard! Franklin! Hey, I left my cane in there. What? What do you mean? Hey, that's an expensive cane!
The Earth's gravity changes in spring, when water moves in a mass-altering dance. Maybe that's why in spring, we're drawn in new directions, pulled out of hibernation and pushed into action. So be bold, make the shift, and gravitate to greatness.
Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2022 Cadillac XT5 for around $469 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
It's your sleight of hand. It's your great escape. It's your all-day, all-night, tech-savvy magic carpet ride. The Hyundai.
We all know a hero. It could be a teacher, a grandparent, a coach, and now Hyundai wants to thank them with a 2022 Hyundai Tucson. To nominate your hero, visit HyundaiSaluteToHeroesNY.com and tell us why they deserve special recognition, because heroes make everyone's journey better. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. Tigers 1, Yankees nothing. Top of the 6th inning. While we're talking about heroes, Cam, as Jacob Barnes takes the mound. New pitcher for Detroit after 5 good innings from Michael Pineda. We need to give a shout out to the mother of producer Troy Benjamin, Naomi Carr. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
She's watching the game. Outstanding woman who raised a wonderful son.
Absolutely, that he is.
Happy birthday, Naomi. Top of the Yankee order here in the 6th. Hicks swinging first pitch, fouls it away. Barnes has sort of a tennis-like grunt on the delivery, huh?
He does. You know, he's definitely a max guy, clearly. A little Zach Greinke in him.
Little Monica Seles. Hicks hits that high and deep to right field. Grossman back at the wall, makes the catch just in front of the wall for the first out of the 6th.
I think Aaron Hicks may have caught this ball off the end of the barrel just a tad. Stood up on this ball like he thought he got it. Robbie Grossman did a good job of putting his head down and running to the spot and picking that baseball back up. That is textbook on how you get back to the wall, find the wall, and then play the ball coming back into the infield. I think Aaron Hicks thought he got that ball. I did too. Good swing by Aaron, but not quite enough.
Flirted with a tie game. Here is Judge. 1 out, nobody on. Yankees' best chance today came last inning. After LeMahieu led off with a single, 2 batters later on a hit and run, Kiner Falefa singled through the right side. Yankees had first and third, 1 out, but Gonzalez flew out to shallow right, not deep enough to score LeMahieu, and then Trevino gave it a ride to center, but flagged down by Reyes.
I want to take a quick peek here in a second about Robbie Grossman and all the young outfielders out there. This is textbook about putting your head down, getting to the spot. Watch Robbie, puts his head down, runs to the spot, finds the wall, picks the ball back up, and then calms himself to get good to make that catch. That is textbook on how you find the wall, how you get back, bust your tail to the spot to make the play a lot easier than it may have been if you try to time that ball. So for all my young outfielders, I love seeing that type of execution and a play being made by Robbie Grossman.
How hard is it to pick the ball back up when you do that, Cam?
Extremely hard. You know, playing night games and you get used to a schedule, but in the day game, you know, it's the sun's out, it's a little bit brighter. Sometimes you can lose that ball. You know, you got white shirts in the seats, so it's a good job of being able to take your eye off the ball and pick it back up. It's extremely difficult to do it. Something, you know, young outfielders should definitely work on and you do a lot of drill work on is taking their eye out the baseball.
Yankees yet to score today. 6th fewest runs in franchise history through their first 12 games. Judge lines that to right field, a base hit.
Love seeing that approach right there from AJ. Fastball away, great location, better swing by Aaron Judge. Not trying to do too much. Look at him keeping his head down. Look at that, staying through that baseball. Just allowing that barrel to work. Nice piece of hitting by Aaron Judge. He's having quality at-bats. You know, not quite the damage and the success he wants, but I like it. I like his energy. I like his temperament. I like where his head is. You know, he's still smiling. He's still having a good time out there and still putting together some quality at-bats.
Here's Rizzo. He is one of the Yankees' 4 hits. Homered and doubled last night. All 4 Yankee hits in this game, singles. Rizzo, Judge, LeMahieu, and Kiner Falefa.
Order for a brownie batter shake and a yellow cake batter shake. I'm getting it started. Blending in the brownie pieces.
Order up. Sonic brownie batter and yellow cake batter shakes.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
The leap of faith. Some hesitate, but not you. You don't ask what if. You embrace what's next with open arms. You don't question your decision. You double down. Because you know the thrill is worth it. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Tomorrow, the Yankees and Guardians begin a 3-game set in the Bronx, and yes, get you prepped with the Yankees pregame.
Aaron Boone is going to maneuver his lineup.
Then after the game on Prime Video, come back to Yes for a complete game breakdown and reactions from key players. Coverage starts tomorrow at 6:30 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app.
Predict who will dominate the 2022 season, and you could win $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. Or cash with MLB Season Pick'em presented by FTX. View rules and enter at MLB.com/season pick'em. Cadillac scoreboard, top of the 7th inning, 1-3-0 for the Tigers, 0-4-0 for the Yankees. Another great start from Jordan Montgomery. No run support thus far as Willie Peralta, the new pitcher for the Tigers. He will face LeMahieu, Gallo, and Kiner Falefa. LeMahieu single. To lead off the 5th and then was stranded at 3rd. One and one. Miguel Cap Castro warming in the Yankee pen. LeMahieu grounds to short. One down. Here's Joey Gallo.
And this is where, you know, having a good plan can really help Joey Gallo, knowing who's out there, knowing who's coming in. Peralta being a guy who notoriously is not going to give in to you. You know, he's going to get soft contact. So see what kind of plan and approach Joey has. Four-man outfield out there right now.
Castro made a play out in the outfield. Gallo's first time up. Gallo popped out to third. And his second at bat. One and one.
There it is. Like I said, a guy who's not going to give in, but just great deception on that pitch. I mean, great arm action, great tunneling. Looks like a fastball comes out of the same area as the fastball would, and the bottom just absolutely falls out of it. Somebody pulls a string and it disappears. So a lot of success you've seen from these pitchers is just being able to consistently repeat their mechanics. And guys seem to be doing that extremely well this season.
Days ago, Miguel Castro had a fire truck delivered to his hometown in the Dominican Republic via Hermosa. He said every year he likes to make some type of positive contribution to his community and find a way to help people. They were in desperate need of a new fire truck, so he talked to some people in New York, came through, shipped it from the States, and it arrived the other day, and he was just happy that he was able to help. Exactly how much a fire truck costs, not completely sure. He said in the range of about $26,000, the going rate with a couple of discounts. But Ryan, you'll also love this. Big Hoops fan, I know you are. They call him KD. Some guys call him KD, and you can kind of see the resemblance. Long, lanky. I asked him if he could shoot it, and he said he doesn't really play.
The long, skinny legs. Yeah, I mean, especially look at how tiny those ankles are. Those are KD-like legs.
It's not the legs. There's a picture out there. He showed me When I was with the Mets last year, they looked like brothers. I think even somebody tweeted out to KD, hey, you know your brother's pitching for the Mets last year. So very, very eerie resemblance by Miguel Castro and KD. So it's,
you know what?
I didn't see it as much, but the people see it. The people saw it.
There's a little something there, huh?
I think KD is the one who even sent him out a tweet saying, I didn't know my twin was playing baseball now. So that's a pretty funny story by Miguel. Definitely got the length. Like KD too.
Yeah. Maybe he can help KD get some space to operate in Game 3.
Listen, I watched those highlights, man, and the Celtics defense, I mean, I've never seen KD that uncomfortable. They really swarmed him last night, so see if he can get back on track.
Game 3 on Yes, Saturday night. Alex laying up in the Tiger pen. Ooh, hit the hand of Trevino. Came around the back door to hit his hand.
He had it in the right place where you get taught as a catcher to kind of lay that right hand, and it went around town and got him.
Line drive, base hit left field. Gallo over to cut it off. Torkelson will be held to a single with one out here in the 7th.
Nice job with Torkelson. Staying on that breaking ball, slightly backing up some. Good job. You see him reaching out, but staying behind that baseball, keeping that direction right, staying through it, and a nice base hit by the young Spencer Torkelson.
Here's Willie Castro. Strike one. Yankee bullpen, third best ERA in all of baseball entering today, 1.98. Could be two. Kiner Falefa to the bag, across his body, not in time. Had to come across and then get back to second. Castro too speedy, 2 down.
It's a nice play by Kiner, trying to get to the bag. Just going sideways, not able to get enough momentum on the throw, but good job of McGill coming back, getting the ground ball. Good job by IKF getting the second for that force out.
Here's Victor Reyes. He has scored the game's only run. Came around on Robbie Grossman's RBI double in the third. Runner goes. Throw down from Trevino.
The ground, so something with his lower half is going on a little bit that's not keeping him in the ground, which allows you to keep your direction toward the middle of the field.
Grounds this one to the left side. Diving stop Castro. No play. Infield single for Torres as Lo Castro advances to third. And it's first and third, nobody out as Torres reaches and does the job. Nice play by Willie Castro to prevent a run, though.
Very nice play by Willie Castro to keep that ball in. On the infield. You know, if that ball makes it through, LeCastro will probably score easy. That ball not hit the best. But again, that's what it does when you bring that pinch runner in with speed. No outs. Glaber's shown the tendency to lay down some bunts the past few days. Draws the third baseman in just enough to where it allows you to advance the runner, and it gives Glaber a much-needed base hit, which, again, I don't care how you get them. They all feel good, and I know that feels extremely good to Glaber to get that one.
First and third, nobody out. Here is Hicks. Middle of the infield is back. Double play depth. Ball one to Hicks. Last year, one of the themes at the beginning of the season, the Yankees weren't able to finish off sweeps. 3-9 before the All-Star break, but they were 7-3 after. Trying to finish off a sweep this afternoon in Detroit. Hicks pops it up. That is not going to get the job done. Castro puts it away. Hicks absolutely irate. 1 out.
Yeah, and the frustrations continue. I mean, that's a good pitch to hit up in the zone, a pitch that you can drive to the outfield, and Aaron Hicks knows that. He did not capitalize on that mistake. You see the frustration continues to boil for the Yankees hitters.
And we'll see just how big that play was from Willie Castro to keep the Torres grounder from going into left field. Certainly, Lo Castro would have scored the game-tying run. Can Judge pick up Hicks? First and third, 1 out. Take a look at the outfield arms for Detroit. Meadows, not very strong at left. Reyes. Has a strong arm in center and Grossman in between and right. The 0-1. Nice stop there behind the plate by Haas. The two pinch hitters worked out for Aaron Boone. Josh Donaldson, a leadoff double. Pinch hitting for Gonzalez, and then Torres, an infield single. Pinch hitting for Trevino. Check over on Torres at first. Yankees trailing 1-0. First and third, 1 out. Here's the 1-1. Judge takes 2-1. And the bases remain loaded.
It's kind of a defensive swing by Rizzo, and I think that's, you know, not being familiar with Soto out there on the mound, not knowing what he has, knowing he has good stuff, just not being aware of his, you know, his command and what he brings and offers, and kind of a defensive swing right there.
Yankees had first and third, nobody out in the top of the order up. They still have not scored. It's left for Stanton with the bases loaded. And 2 out. Stanton sitting on 349 career home runs. Grounds that one right to first. The Yankees fail to score again. Stanton retired. Tigers take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 8th.
Okay, this is a freezer, not a time capsule. Sometimes the house itself can tell you how a young homeowner is turning into their parents.
Not those two.
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep.
That there is Progressive's home quote. Explorer website where I compared home insurance rates.
We don't need to print the internet. Some are beyond help. I will give you $100 if you can tell me what this is.
Scotch egg.
It's a meatball.
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
We've got a lot of work to do.
Refresh Italiano.
Subway now has Italian-style capicola on the new supreme meats and matzo meat, just like my Nonna makes when she cooks.
I don't cook.
Wait, what?
It's a good thing he's so handsome.
Subway keeps refreshing and
The Earth's gravity changes in spring, when water moves in a mass-altering dance. Maybe that's why in spring, we're drawn in new directions. pulled out of hibernation and pushed into action. So be bold, make the shift, and gravitate to greatness.
Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2022 Cadillac XT5 for around $469 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
When you switch to Spectrum, Mobile, you get unlimited for $29.99 a month per line for 2 or more lines. That means unlimited nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast, all for $29.99. But do people really want that? Oh yeah. Should I jump on, take a couple?
Yeah, are you trained?
No, but I have a lovely phone voice.
I don't think that counts.
Fair enough. Join the millions who have already switched. Get unlimited data for only $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. Well, Soto came in, bases loaded, 1 out. Got Rizzo, little tapper. Back to the mound. Look, Castro out easily at home, and then first pitch swinging, and Stanton a meek ground ball to first.
And the frustrations continue. I mean, Monty, great job. Bullpen continue to do a great job of keeping the Detroit Tigers offense right there, but again, just a letdown inning, not capitalizing on those runners in scoring position.
Torres takes over at second after pinch hitting for Trevino. LeMahieu moves to third. Out. Infield in, ball 1. Scope is 0 for 10 in the series. Two and 0. He go around? He did not. It is 3-0 on Jonathan Scope.
And that two-seamer was just hunting Jonathan Scope's back hip. 2-0 count. See Scope ready to hit, just able to hold up. Some nasty movement by Miguel Castro on the mound right now.
The 3-0. That is ball 4. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And that is going to end the afternoon for Castro. Got three outs in the 7th, could not get one here in the 8th. Yankees trying to escape a bases loaded, nobody out jam and keep it 1-0 Detroit.
We believe there's an innovator in all of us. That's why we build technology that makes it possible for every business and every person to come to the table and do more incredible things.
The default in medicine has always been man. Problem is, more than half the population are women. We have been understudied and misdiagnosed for too long. So Northwell created the only network of experts devoted to every aspect of women's health. When we raise the health of women, we raise everyone.
This may sound strange, but you've been here before. You were here when this wrench was turned, and when this line was drawn. Oh, and when this stitch was sewn. You inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work.
Get special offers on on the 2022 ES350.
Well, tomorrow night on Yes, get the scoop on NYC's newest minor league baseball team, the Staten Island Ferry Hawks, as Yes premieres a preview special on the team's inaugural season in advance of their home opener on May 3rd. That's tomorrow after the Yankees postgame on Yes. Casey Clemens, Roger Clemens' son, and first baseman Kelsey Whitmore, pitcher and outfielder, who's one of the first women to play in a professional league with connections to MLB. So looking forward to watching that. Miguel Cabrera on deck. Here has been his day. One hit shy of 3,000 and looked like he might have had it in the first, but didn't quite catch it. And then Jordan Montgomery got him the next two at bats.
Yeah, Jordan Montgomery not want to be in that list of, of giving up the 3,000th hit. And outstanding job by him today, just not getting that run support as you. And this is the right move. The Yankees are trying to win ball games.
Man, I'm sure that even though it's the right move, it's one that is eating at the stomach of Aaron Boone, being the baseball man that he is.
I agree. I guarantee it is. 100%. And you can tell, you can see it on Mickey's face. He really wanted to hit. Rightfully so, one away from 3,000, and you can hear this crowd not happy at all. It's a tough situation to be in for a manager.
Well, that is a really tough situation. It's the right move. But given the circumstances, I'm sure it didn't feel good for Aaron Boone. So here's Meadows. Loops it into shallow center. Higgs can't get there. It drops. 2 runs will score. Meadows makes the Yankees pay for intentionally walking Cabrera. It's a 3-0 game.
Big insurance double by Austin Meadows. Crowd still extremely upset. Hicksy just a tad. Deep, got a good read on it, but nothing he can really do about it. Brings in some insurance runs for the Tigers. Talk about investment. You can feel it. You can feel how bad the fans wanted to see Mickey get an opportunity to get that last at-bat today, and an opportunity to get that 3,000th hit. But I'm gonna go down the road that he went on. You know, he said last night, this game isn't made. You don't play it for individual accolades. So Aaron Boone right there was playing it to try to win the game and made the move that he. He thought with
the cosmic irony is the move didn't end up working.
Exactly. And that's what, you know, people will talk about, giving them an opportunity to hit when that's what happened. But hindsight is 20/20, so. Winning, you know, he wants to win. You know, he's had a lot of heartaches here in the city throughout the years. He wants to win. So that was a prime example of him showing everybody, hey, I appreciate the love and the support. But again, those 2 runs were big for the Tigers right there that inning.
3-0 Tigers. Yankees offense has been unable to generate anything thus far this afternoon. Had opportunities in the 5th, opportunities in the 8th. First and third, 1 out in the 5th, and then first and third, nobody out in the 8th. Had the bases loaded with 1 out. Soto came on and got Rizzo to tap back to the mound. Soto went home for the force, and then Stanton grounded out on the first pitch to first base.
It's a crazy game these guys play, too. Just the likelihood of that ball being tapped back to Licky. Getting a double play to open it, you know, just all the things that could have happened and transpired, like just the way it happens. It's like, listen, I always say the good Lord don't make any mistakes, guys. So it happened the way it was supposed to happen. And Mickey, he'll definitely still have an opportunity and chance to create some history.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not form in the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So LeMahieu strikes out. Here is Gallo. Gallo 0 for 3. The Tigers are still home after this, so they remain home tomorrow. A chance for Cabrera to get his 3,000th hit if this game is not extended into extras here. Gallo, there's a base hit. Finding a hole on the left side. And maybe that one let some of the tension fall from the shoulders of Joey Gallo.
Much needed knock from Joey Gallo. Good job of staying on this heater from Soto, off speed from Soto, doing Gallo a little bit of a favor, but good job of staying on that pitch, taking it back through the middle for a base knock, and I know that feels good for Joey. Sigh of relief, as I said, sometimes you just need to see that one find a hole and find some green grass, so good for Joey right there.
Now, can the Yankees get the tying run to the plate? Here's Kiner Falefa, 1 for 3 today. Remember, Higashioka now on deck after a series of moves in the 8th. Strike one. Josh Donaldson pinch hit for Marwin Gonzalez, led off with a double in the 8th, and LeCastro ran for Donaldson, and Higashioka replaced him in the field. 1-1. Torres, who hit for Trevino in the 8th, would follow Higashioka. Grounded to short, could be 2. It is. Game over. The Tigers shut out the Yankees in the final game of this 3-game set. 3-0 the final.